Hi everyone. Today is Tuesday, December the 12th, 2023. I previously recorded a video about my daughter's dream that she had on the 4th of November. However, I never got to post the video. So I'm just going to replay the original recording. Today is Wednesday, November the 8th, 2023. This is my daughter's dream that she had on Saturday, November the 4th. She woke up probably about 20 past 5 the morning. I heard her screaming and I ran to her. So she said, I was in a big city, and now this is exactly the way that she explained her dream to me. I was in a big city. There was a lot of white cars going very fast and all driving in one lane, the left lane. It stopped for a little while. I crossed the road and went to a very fancy bathroom. When I walked inside the bathroom, the water was running and the basin's plug was in, so I unplugged it so that the water can drain, but the water didn't stop running from the tap. My dream shifted and we were at a petrol station. My mother, my father, my one brother, and I were in the car. We've got 2 sons, by the way. Then it shifted again. My father was driving, but we stopped somewhere and he got out of the car, and then the car started driving by itself. My mother didn't notice that my father wasn't driving, and the car was driving by itself because she was busy on the phone. The car was driving very fast, and it could go through any obstacle in the road. We saw a traffic cop standing in the middle of the road, giving directions. I said, "Oh no, there's a traffic cop." My brother said, "Yes, I wanted the traffic cops to be there." We drove past a shop and I said, "Everything in the world, I block you." The dream shifted and I was floating in space, but I couldn't see my body, only the things in front of me. The number 135 or 137, she couldn't exactly remember which number, but it was one of those two, turned into something that looked like an asteroid, and it looked like it was looping around in a circular pattern. It's almost like those rainbow colored candies on a stick. It's like a swirl. So it was swirling around in a circular pattern. And the number changed into 153 or 157, one of those two. Then the number changed into planet Earth. The atmosphere in space were dark grey with no stars, and all the colors on the earth started spinning and mixing and formed a grey color, almost like you would take your finger and mix the paint on a palette. Then I started crying and screaming, and my mom came running to me. The night before, I was singing in my mind. I sang the song Getting Ready by Upper Room. Okay, so my thoughts on the dream. So I think that all of these cars that were driving so very fast in the one lane, in the left lane, if you look at the rest of the dream, we were at the petrol station and my husband got out of the car and the car started driving by itself. I think that this means, or it has something to do with electric cars. Okay, I think that it could mean that they are going to try to push up the petrol prices, the gas prices so high that we won't be able to afford it, because they want to obviously push people to buy electric cars, so that, and this is only my thoughts, okay, so that they can control where they drive, how far they drive, switch off your car whenever you want, whenever they feel like it. If you don't have a high enough credit score, and this obviously then marks to the I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but the MARK of the BEAST. I think it connects to that as well. Okay. The bathroom, when she went to the fancy bathroom, there was water running. So I think the water it represents Jesus Christ, the living water, because the water wouldn't stop running. I don't know what the traffic cop represents, but he was giving directions. And as she explained to me, we were driving on a road and the road split into one to the left side and one to the right, and we turned to the right side of the road. You can obviously go and see in Strong's Concordance what 135, 137 means, as well as 153 and 157. And then also the part where she was saying that the colors of the earth started mixing, it started twirling and turned into a grey color. She also said that the atmosphere around her was dark grey and there was no stars. So she was like floating above the earth, I would say. I also actually had a vision like that before, where I was floating in space and I saw, the people left behind. So that is my take on my understanding on the dream. I actually need to still pray about it so that God can give me revelation, because obviously these are just my thoughts, but he obviously had a greater meaning with this dream. And then later on, like 2 hours after, my son also woke up from a dream, and his dream I will post next.